Hi guys, I am going to do a plan with me in my Erin Condren planner, which I haven't actually done in this planner yet, and I've not done one for a while as I've been focusing on all my other ones. So this is neutral hourly, and I still kind of don't know how I feel about the neutral. I don't feel there's quite enough colour, but I do love the hourly setup, mainly because I pretty much only use flexible kits from Elliebeth Designs in my planner, which make it super functional. So if I flip to this week, this is using the Wings of Change kit, which is an older design kit, which they've been reformatted, but it basically allows you to turn your planner into a massive checklist and still have lots of prettiness and stickers and all the rest of it. And I use an Erin Condren because I like having one planner that has everything in it to look back on. I know Rachel talked in some of her planner videos for setting up for 2018 that she likes to have that planner to look back on and see what she had done, and I kind of like doing the same. I go through bullet journals so quickly that to look back on a year I'd have to go through anywhere between 6 and 10 journals. Whereas this is one book, so that's why I have an Erin Condren. So I'm going to use one of the new style flexible kits, which is the Actually I Can one, and it has this really adorable koala bear, and I just like the combination of the fact that it's mostly green and purple with just that hint of pink, and it comes with all of your checklists, the usual kind of words. What are the words? Penguin Joe sampler, that's one. And then the new style, the only real difference in the new style is the fact that the checklists are divided up a bit more and you get more flags and stuff, basically. And Rachel designed this kit purely with the hourly in mind. Now, I have used these kits in other planners, and I know I've done some videos on using this in my passion planner where I trim it up, and I think I did one even in my horizontal happy planner. This is kind of how nature intended, is how I'm viewing it, and it works really well for me anyway. The only thing I struggle with is because of the format of the neutral is the fact that sometimes this goes over. Like, I would love to line it up here, but like that doesn't always work, so I always end up lining it up around about 6 o'clock for my date strips. And I just love the colour combination in this kit. I know, no, I don't know what I was going to say then. Oh no, I know I've said before I don't really like pink, and it kind of feels that a lot of my kits that I use are pink. If I just give you a quick flip through February moment, if you go back to February, if I can, this was not pink. This is pink, this is pink, this is pink, and then this has pink in it as well. I think it's because there's a lot of kits are pink and flowery kits. Just put it out there. There are a lot of kits that are pink and flowery kits, and especially at the moment because we've just had Valentine's Day and spring and flowers and all the rest of it, it just seems a bit like, yeah, there's lots out there. So then we go in with the checklist. Now, I never did it intentionally, but I've started dividing my day up into kind of work and sort of not work, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to check that it is the 7 strips I use. It is the 7 strips I use. They are 7-star strips, then there are 5-star strips and 3-star strips. I use the 7, then I put the washi in, and then I use the 5 and 3 underneath. So it's really, I've not explained this yet, and I've got into how I just kind of do it now. I normally do this quite a few weeks in advance, but I knew I wanted to do a video on this, and I just couldn't decide what kit I wanted to use. So once I finish, I will probably pick up another kit and do the next week as well, just to try and catch up on myself, because stuff does come up in advance, and I like to kind of be prepared. So this week It's March. It seems really bizarre that it's March already. How can it be March already? There are so many things that I have to fit in before we get to April. Not even before we get to April, before we get to the end of the month, before the end of term. It's starting to seem quite scary at the moment, if I am completely honest. But it will all be alright, it will all be okay. So they go in. And then I normally use the thinner strip of washi, so this bit here is divided into 2 strips. But I kind of want to put the darker bit at the bottom, meaning that I will use the paler bit here. Yeah, I do want to do that. Sorry. I have these ideas in my head and sometimes I put them down. It's like, no, why did you do that? That's an utterly ridiculous idea. But no, I think that works. And where these have been reformatted, I do just need to trim a little bit off now. But that's fine. As we know, I do not mind, oh my word, trimming stickers, which apparently I failed to do there. There we go. I will just say as well, just in case you suddenly start getting concerned, my husband has the rugby on in the other room, and that means it could get a little bit loud. It tends to be that when the rugby is on, you can hear him throughout the entire house. He gets very vocal. I know I said that before about the football, but it's worse with the rugby. So, there we go. So, I never intentionally went out to separate like my work and non-work day, but it just kind of happened that way and I liked it, so I've done it ever since. It's just the way it goes. And then I'm going to put this down at the bottom for now. I may have to peel up, put down. I invariably have to change where I've put the washi or lift things up when I put the rest of the checklist down. In fact, I don't know why I don't just put the checklist down and then put the washi down. I just don't. You know, sometimes you get into a routine of things and then you do it without thinking about it, and then if you have to change it, then it doesn't really go to plan. It's kind of a bit like that. I'm just going to turn that the other way because this is variegated. Do I mean variegated? I think I mean variegated. Anyway, it's sort of a darker bluey green at one end and a slightly warmer green at the other. Then I just wanted a bit more of the softer green in there since the other one is mostly dark green. So yeah, as I said, the wider one I normally put at the bottom, but I wanted to do this for the colours really. Then I go in with the 5s. And for some reason when I do these, I always start with Sunday. I cannot tell you why, I just do. In fact, I might, oh, do I want to put the 3-star in or should I leave it? I might leave it. I'll leave it. I don't know if I've said this before either, but the whole talking process where I talk to myself isn't just something I do on the videos. I do it when I just put stickers down normally. Because, you know, your spreads are what you make them, so, you know, giving them life and talking to them is obviously a sane and rational thing to do. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. So, put those down. This is the bit that I tend to do in advance, is the washing checklist. Because then I know what I've got, and then I know if Rachel releases new kits, I can be like, oh yeah, no, I need that, and I can use that then, and I know that I want to use that. I did buy loads of the old style ones in her January sale that she's just done, so that was quite good. Obviously, my little koala is going up here. Just in there, and then on this long checklist here is designed to go down here. I invariably change my mind about where I want to put it every single time, how I want to line it up. because, yeah, I'll do that. We'll do it there. Just because I put a banner up here. These are the famous banners where Katie on the design team once wrote on it, "Hello, I'm a banner." And I've seen most people I know put them that way up. I always seem to put mine that way up on this bit. I think it's just because then I can line it up a little bit easier. In fact, I'm going to move it down one so it doesn't overlap the quote on the sticker. There we go. So that is the basic setup, and then I go in and I add all of the other stuff that needs to go in. So first of all, I tend to use one of these 2-hour slot ones, because they are designed for 2 hours, just to mark out work. And I am actually going to put them right at the top today. I don't always. And the design on these is that they will fit the normal width of an Erin Condren box. So there's like a little bit of an gap when I put them down on here. And I just put in here events that are going on at work on that day. So I'll put that down. And I do kind of colour match on these as well. I never used to kind of colour block the days where, like, on one column on my vertical I would hardly ever do it so that everything in that column would match up. But I kind of find myself doing it more and more without necessarily thinking about it. So, well, that's just the way it goes. I add to this, if I get my sticker pouch, work stickers. These are not Elliebeth Designs stickers, these are from Elizabeth Plans. And I've lost my... tweezers are important. So I'm going to put them at a jaunty angle this week, because why not? And then it just kind of, it acts as like a header for the label and for the whole list, if that makes sense. And I know, like, I wouldn't necessarily need these to denote that. I just quite like the way it works. It looks nice. And I'm going to do that way just because of the koala. Because I'm sad like that. Okay. Next week, right, I have guides on Monday as normal, so I'm going to use one of these stickers, and I'm going to use this one. So these are the guide event labels from Elliebeth Designs, and I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to take that one, I think. Pop that in there for Tuesday because it is Kettler size. Didn't hurt after Kettler size this week, which was really nice. It was exciting after all the pain from the other week. I have a nurse's appointment on Thursday and haircut on Friday. I am going to pop... sorry. Sometimes I think stickers are somewhere else and I'm holding them, which is always good. I'm going to pop this other sort of full box sticker down on Sunday because I never do quite as much on Sunday. And just have a think a moment. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put the washi up here. I'm going to put the washi there to act as like a header, and then I'm going to put another work label over it. This is something that I've only recently started doing, which I quite like, which is having the list of things I need to get ready for work for the next week as part of my weekend to-do list. So that bit there, I'll just write down all the things I have to ensure I've done for next week. Then I have my icons. Now, I believe I've mentioned these before. These are the mini sheets from Planner Face, which I use a lot. I'm fairly certain I've got another one of those. Wednesday's payday, so let's put down one of these, and I'm going to use that one. Just to show it's payday. And the haircut ones, that's what I was looking for, recycling and bins. Because it's bin day on Monday, how exciting. Really exciting, that. We're still getting used to the new rotation of having a wheelie bin on a fortnightly basis, so it is quite handy to have them to put in to remind me that that's what's happening. So that's in there. It's recycling as well. Let's go with that one. Up there. Haircut. Do that one. And yes, I know having tweezers to put stickers down is just, it's levels of stickerating that are just beyond belief. But there we go. Colour size in there. Now, final thing that I always do, which I have not done yet, is to put down, which I had a moment ago, habit tracker. Now these are these are stacked habit trackers. I was about to say hacked stabbit trackers then. That didn't make any sense. Stacked habit trackers that are just one sticker, which makes it nice and simple, which I put down here. And this is why I wasn't sure about where I line it up, so I move it around so I can kind of, I don't want to take up too many stars. And this has just, what does this have? This has Instagram. This has eye care, and this has planning routine. So just check in every day. This week, it's 7:30 as normal. Catalog size. Haircut. And then that is pretty much all the prep I do, although I've just realised I haven't put the dates in, which is probably helpful. So 27, 28, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is all the prep I do to set up my week. And then as part of my check-in, I add in stuff for that day, and I might put in event labels with just like reflective stuff in there or something fun that happened. And that's kind of it, really. It looks really bleak at the moment, but if you imagine this is how every spread starts out, and then if I just show you back some, this is how they end up. They end up being completely crammed. And having just looked back has reminded me that I do have somewhere I have wacky holiday stickers to put in, so I'll put those in. So the 26th is Tell a Fairy Tale Day. That's just silly. Strawberry Day on the 27th. Can't say I'll be celebrating that one because I don't like strawberries. Tooth Fairy Day on the 28th. Then we go into March is Pig Day on the 1st. That's exciting. I'm just going to put a little pig on. These wacky holiday stickers, by the way, are from Chocho and Mimi. Banana Cream Pie Day. Ugh. Oh, that doesn't fill me with much happiness. I Want You to Be Happy Day. That's quite nice. And Grammar Day. So I have put these at the top in the past, but I kind of quite like them at the bottom because I end up putting things up here as well. So that's how I will start that sentence again. That is how the week starts off in my Erin Condren, and I fill it out every day as the week goes on, and it fills up. And I am putting this back on the wrong week because I haven't finished the final week in February yet. Still need to go back there, but I'll remember it there. And it will make me open it and think, oh, what things do I want to get done this week? And I will fill this out at the start. So there we go. So that is a little bit of a plan with me in my Erin Condren. Not as chatty as normal, sorry guys. I know I've had a few requests for some videos on a little bit of a planner series, what planners I use, when I use them, how I use them. So I'm kind of putting together ideas for that. If there's anything specific you want to know or see, please leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on Instagram as well if you haven't. All the links to the different shops and things I've used I will also leave in the description box for you to have a look at and go looking for yourself. So I will be back next week guys, and in the meantime, happy planning.